Yes, guys, please click the hearts button, the like button, so we get eyeballs on the live stream. The more people are watching, the better it is for the stock, obviously, obviously. All right, so let's take a look. I'm going to show you guys the chart. This, again, ADN, we launched ADN this week at $1.90, $1.92, whatever the number was. We launched it at $1.90 and we hit $6 and what did we hit? 20 cents? 6.20. Yes, $6.20. Triple. It's a triple in 3 days. Hey, just like a seg or a lottery, whatever they call it now. Lottery also tripled in 3 days. ADN is next. The difference is I think ADN has legs to go in the pantheon. ADN could be in the this is going to be in the next edition of my book, 10 Bagger Blueprint. This could be our next 10 bagger. So what is going on? We exploded today. I told you the thing to watch was that 385 level, on ADN, and that's exactly what happened. We broke out of the 385 level, and the stock absolutely went bonkers. It went to $6. Tomei took some profits at $4. Okay, there we go. Hang on a second. Let's take a look. I guess he basically, when you double your money, you take profits. Okay. You got to pull some money off the table. I think it's good. I think it's always good. I mean, it hurts to see the stock go up, continue going higher. That's the worst feeling when it continues going. But then afterwards, you realize why it's smart. So let's take a look at the charts. So here is the moon chart of what we're looking at. Okay, so ADN, we launched right here. Everybody knows. You guys who were watching on Tuesday, we launched first day. Day one, it explodes. Goes sideways as usual. They go sideways a little bit, and then boom, we have the breakout above the moving average. Let me show you the daily chart. Oh, excuse me, the daily. Yeah, that's what we were looking for, guys. Look at my past videos. I told you this is the number we were looking for, the breakout above the 200 moving average on the daily chart, which means we have escape velocity. Now, again, my target on ADN is, whoa, look at this. Look how much. It's not even here. That's $9. Yeah, I think we can go to $9. That's not even a big deal. We can go to $9 easy. Look, we hit $6 today. You don't think we'll go to $9? Are you kidding me? My real target is over here, $25. My target, short-term ADN, $25. $25. I repeat, $25 is the target. And you already see with your own eyes, you saw with your own eyes how fast this can move. I told you this would happen. Again, I'm not a prophet. I'm just telling you what the charts are saying. The charts don't lie. You want to know how to read the charts? Get my book, 10 Bagger Blueprint, or get the video course. Get the video course. Link in the bio above. We're going to have another banger. That's right. This channel, we only have bangers. It's the bangers only channel. Now, that's the daily chart. What about, now let's zoom in. What's going on short term? Okay, so we opened up this morning. I was a little bit worried about the gap. We had a gap this morning when we opened. You see that gap? It opened up with a gap. And, I did tell our people in our private Telegram channel. Where is the private Telegram channel? I'm going to give you guys the hint. Where is it? Private Telegram channel. This morning I said, look, this thing might fill. It's a little bit, I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about the gap. Hang on, where is it? Where is my thing here? Anyway, I did mention that. But again, then we said, listen, this thing is ready to go. I mean, all of a sudden it turned. So we filled the gap. It's exactly what, unbelievable. In 1 day, we filled the gap, which I think is actually bullish. I think that's actually bullish that we filled that gap. And now we're going to bounce off the support. This thing is very, very powerful uptrend. This is ready to go to the moon. I'm telling you right now, guys, what you saw was a preview. I said that these things they don't go in a straight line. They don't go in a straight line. They got to shake out the weak hands. So I think we're going to bounce here or bounce off the 200 moving average. That's a 5-minute chart. So yeah, so this is what we're looking for. Support is over here. This is your new level of support where that 200 moving average is. And let's take a look. What I would like to see, again, this is my wish list, if we can close somewhere over here, if we can close in the $5 range, I think that would be very good. I think if we close $5 range, that'll be very good. As long as we're in the kind of in the mid 50% of the range today, I'd be very happy. And I think we're going to get a little bit of a consolidation here, okay, and a run into the close. A run into the close is what I am expecting. Okay, so what's going on? What is going on with ADN? Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. So again, massive break at the stock tripled. It's a triple. It's a triple. The new stock, these nuts. You want to know what the new stock is? I think we're going to have a new stock maybe in a week. Maybe in a week. Seattle, this guy's saying Seattle was a fail. Seattle went up 700%. Seattle went up 700%. We're not done with Seattle. I mean, the Seattle's not done. I mean, this, by the way, that earnings stuff means it's like irrelevant. We're waiting for the merger. When the merger happens, we could see this thing go to the moon. Somebody's asking 421. What does the gap mean? You got to get the book. You got to get the book. Gaps are filled, basically. Link in the bio above, or get the video course. Let's see. Sap is saying everything you said is a fail. I love this guy. So Sap, so ADN this week, we launched at $1.90. Where were you? Where were you when we launched at $1.90? I don't know where you were. Today we hit $6. Okay. Now, what about all our other stocks or all the bangers? Every stock, literally every stock we launched on this channel has been a banger. Now, the question is whether it doubled, it tripled, or whether it went up 700% or just a double. We don't know. But we serve it up to you. You decide what to do. But people tripled their money with ADN. People tripled their money with ADN. You know who the loser is? The loser is Sap. The loser is this mooch bum Sap. Who missed out. He missed out on the big run. Now he's bitter and angry. Sap, I have good news for you. Next week. Well, first of all, you got to get the book. You got to get my book, 10-Bagger Blueprint, so that you stop losing out. You stop missing out. Also, we have a video course. Click the link in the bio above. We're going to have the video course next week starting, and we're going to have a new banger stock. That's right. You missed out on these stocks. Did you miss out on a triple? Did you miss out on tripling your money this week with ADN? I have good news for you. Don't feel bad. We're going to have another banger, which could be even bigger. It's probably going to be the week after next. So maybe late next week or the week after next. Again, the goal is to have one or two of these bangers every month so you could double and triple your money. Exactly. You got to get on our private Telegram channel. Which is, again, link in the bio. That's on WAP. Private Telegram channel. We have the trading signals throughout the day. Yeah, by the time it comes on TikTok, it's late. It's late. I don't want to say it's late, but a lot of the gains are made. I mean, because TikTok is delayed. By the time I post a video, by the time I make a video, post the video, it takes 10 minutes. By the time we make the video, and a stock can double in 30 seconds. So by the time we make a video, we post it on TikTok, the thing is already doubled. That's why you got to get on our Telegram channel where we have the trading signals live throughout the day, and you can make the big money. Okay, so what's going on with ADN? Where is the bottom in ADN? Again, we had a massive breakout. The trend, just to be clear, the trend is up. The thing went crazy. It just went crazy. $6. $6. I wasn't expecting that today. Actually, I did say, look at my old videos. I did say I'm going to take full credit. I did say if we break out of 380, we get 5, even 750 today. So I was wrong and right. So we went over $5, but we didn't quite get to 750. So I'm half right. That's right. Alex is saying, hang on a second. Alex is saying, nobody trusts you anymore. You hyped the buy points, but skipped the sell signals. Alex, let me explain to you very carefully, like I've said 1,000 times, okay? I do not give buy or sell recommendations, okay? Now, I get paid by these companies. It's paid promotion, okay? Otherwise, nobody would know about these stocks. So you wouldn't know about these stocks unless I was doing the video and the company was paying to get eyeballs on the stock, right? Now, there's a reason I wrote this book. I'm doing a course, but I wrote this book, which you can get for 18 bucks, okay? This book tells you to sell signals. It tells you when to buy and when to sell. You got to read the charts. Now, how do you read the charts? I explain in the book. In the book, it's explained. The moving averages. Tomei, okay, look at Tomei. Tomei is making money with our stocks. Exactly. So yes, the only person to blame if you're losing money in any of these stocks is yourself. Sorry, guys, if you're losing money in any of our banger stocks, it's your fault. It really is. You got to take responsibility because every stock we give you, it explodes, whether it doubles on day one, whether it triples in 2 days, like we see now with ADN, like we saw with lottery, or like we saw with Seattle, it goes up 700% in 8 days. We just give you the winners. When you take profits is your decision. Whether you take profits when a stock doubles or you take profits when a stock goes up 2,000%. Look, we had stocks that have literally gone up 50x, 100x. People made 50 times their money, not 5 times. I'm talking about 50 times their money. That they put $1,000 into CBDT, it was worth 50,000. Every $1,000 became worth 50 grand within 4 months. Now, is it my responsibility to tell them when to sell the stock? I don't even know where it's going. I don't know how high. I knew it could go to 10x. But what if I told you to sell at 10x? What if I told you to sell CBDT at 50 cents after it went up from a nickel to 50 cents? And then what if I told you to sell? It went up to 250. I mean, come on. All right, let's talk about. Guys, click the hearts button, so we get eyes on the stocks. So these stocks need to go to the moon. They need to go to the moon. That's the goal here. Okay, the real question is, let's talk seriously. The real question is what's going on with ADN? And okay, guys, click the link, the button if you want to get my free newsletter. You want to get something for free? Click the link right there in the comment thing. Get the free newsletter. Click that button next to the comments to get my free newsletter. Get the free newsletter, and you can make 10 times your money with these cheap stocks, or you will learn how to make money. What you do is up to you. Seattle update coming up. What is going on with ADN? But make sure you get the free. Don't miss out. Don't miss out on the free newsletter. Okay, are you ready for this? ADN, is ADN at the bottom? Let's take a look at the charts. 5-minute charts, we're stabilizing. 2-minute charts, we're dipping below support. I think it's a fake out. I think we're stabilizing right here. I think we stabilize right here in this 385, 390s range for the next half hour. Michael, you want to get the newsletter? Click the link in the bio above. Canadian penny stock hunter. Thank you. Yes. Hoth is a giant. Hoth could be going to the moon. When is Hoth going to go to the moon? Could be next week. We're building a pennant, a base. The stock is building a base. When it breaks out, when Hoth breaks out, we could see exactly what we saw today with ADN, thinking double, triple in like 5 minutes once it breaks out of that pennant. So once it breaks out of $2, the number really is $1.50 on Hoth. I'm going to pull it up. By the way, ADN is forming a base. You guys want to get into ADN? I think we're right there. I gotta notify our penny stock billionaire gang. I gotta let them know on the Telegram. All right, guys. ADN looks like we're forming the base here at 385, 390s level. The confirmation will be on the 5-minute charts when we break above 430. We got to break above 430, but it looks like it's going to happen right here. So we could see a big run into the close. So keep an eye on ADN. All right. It's an ADN is cooked after. No. ADN is getting started. ADN is getting started. Okay, we're coming into the support lines. We're at the support. We close the gap. We close the gap on the chart. Okay, Javier. I think Javier is in our. Early alerts. I think Javier is in the penny stock billionaire game. Bought twice. He made 60%. This thing is triple. How are you only making 60%? I'm confused. These guys are over trading. Maybe I think that's what's going on. Maybe too much trading. Sometimes you got to stick with the stock and just chill out. Everybody say ADN dumped. Listen, we introduced ADN at $1.90. It's still up. It went to $6 today. Okay, Gambino's asking, how do we get the early birds? How do we get early? Okay, you want to get in early? Gambino, you want to get in early? Click the link in the bio above to get, we use a program called WHOP, W-H-O-P, to get access. That's where we have the early alerts. That's whenever we launch a new stock, that's where we tell you exactly what time and where it's going to launch. So that way you have a window you can get in about, a few minutes early before everybody piles in. And that's also where we have the trading signals throughout the day. We have ongoing on the Telegram channel. Okay, look at this. Okay, so Javier, okay, there we go. 50%. Not bad. Hey, you make 50% profit. Not bad. I mean, people are making money. I mean, listen, we got some guy that made 80 grand. We have one of our guys that made 80 grand today. 80 grand on the WAP channel. Hang on a second. Let's pull it up. Let's see. Let us see where it is. Okay, hang on a second. Let me show you something, guys. Okay, so I'm going to show you, Gambino. You want to know how to get in early? So we have two things. So this is WHOP, W-H-O-P. That's the private Telegram. That's the thing. When you click the link in the bio. Now I just want to show you this. This is a chat. So there's actually a community. There's a community here. You can talk to other penny stock billionaires. So this guy's made 50 grand. This guy Ness has made 50, or he's going to make 50 grand. And yes, we do have 4 stocks. We have a couple stocks in the pipeline here. Yeah, this is so we have trading signals throughout the day. And let me see. There's one guy who says he made 80 grand. And by the way, these guys are legit. This is not, they're not, this is not. Hang on a second. Where is it? Where is the guy that said he made 80 grand? I saw it earlier. Where is it? I saw it somewhere here. Okay, let's go. Okay, so this guy Ness made 70K. Ness, and we have another guy who made like 8. There's some guys making serious money. We have guys making big money here, like real money. Okay, and this is the Telegram channel. This is the private Telegram channel. Okay, where we have the signals all day long. We're telling you different stuff throughout the day, and audio and everything else that you don't get anywhere else. Okay, so that's and basically that is. Hang on, I'm gonna call him. So that is the private Telegram channel. Okay, the link is in the bio above. If you click the bio above, if you, excuse me, not the bio. Yeah, click the links in the bio. If you're watching on TikTok, the links in the bio after you're done, whatever. Click the link in the bio, and there's a thing called early alerts. It takes you to our. When you click the link in the bio on TikTok, our bio, there's a link tree. It's called link tree, and it has all our social media links. And there's a link there for the top one. It says early alerts. Get early alerts. I think that's what it says, and that's what it is. That's the WAP channel, and that's where you get all this stuff. So basically, it's $195 a month, so $200 a month. What's the value? Very simple. If you're trading $5 grand a position, if you're putting $5 grand into a stock, and you get in early into one of our things, that 2-minute advantage that it's going to give you is going to make you probably 50% at least or more. So you're going to make, 2,500, $5,000 just from that edge. Plus you get all our trading signals. Now, again, the trading signals, that's, hopefully we're right, whatever, it's subjective, but nobody will deny, nobody here on this channel will deny that when we launch a new stock, it's a banger out of the gate. It explodes. Everybody knows that. That's why everybody wants to get into these stocks early. There's a reason. Everybody wants to get in early. So what's the new stock? What's the new stock? The new banger? We're probably going to have it the week after next. I don't know if it's going to be next week, but it's going to be the week after next. We're going to have 1 or 2 of these things every month. And the idea is this. They have to double out of the gate. That's my criteria, okay? Again, yes, this is paid content. Yes, companies are paying to be on our platform to get exposure to millions of eyeballs. But I'm very selective. I can't take anybody on. You know why? You know why I don't take anybody on? I have accountability. You know why? Because people are paying a subscription. So if you guys are paying $200 a month to subscribe, and we have, again, thousands of followers, you guys are actually much more important to me than a company that pays me a check. Why? Because the track record and the reputation is everything. Okay, the only reason these stocks are going up, everybody knows what we look for. They know that we have a very strict criteria, so we only take on stocks that can, number one, be 10 baggers that can increase 1,000%. But also, I've made it even stricter. They got to double out of the gate. That's my criteria. They have to double out of the gate. If a stock doesn't have the right technical setup, they don't have that stuff, they can't double on day one, I don't want them. I don't want them. I only want stocks that can double out of the gate so you make money. Now, am I like a saint? Am I a philanthropist that I want you guys to get rich with these stocks? No, no. I need you to make money. Why? So that when you double your money with or triple your money with ADN, then you have money to put into the next stock that we have. So it's like a Ponzi scheme. It's like a successful Ponzi scheme. When you make more money, you have more money to put into the next stock. So it's a flywheel. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's a flywheel. But it's the same idea. So if you want to get in on the world's best Ponzi scheme, you got to click the like and subscribe, and you got to get our early alerts so you can make money with these stocks so you have more money to put in the next stock. And tell your friends. Somebody's saying Seattle looks terrible. Oh, we're going to talk about all the charts, by the way. Let's go. Okay, so ADN, and we're forming a base. ADN, we're forming a base on the charts. Okay, there we go. Javier, it's congratulations to our latest penny stocks billionaire. Oh yeah, we got yes, that's right. We got this. We got Javier. So guys, just so you know, we have so these are real people. So we had so for example, we did have last month we didn't have any new bangers, so we gave people credits. So that way, we gave them credits. In other words, like they paid, we didn't have a banger, we had trading alerts, so we gave them a credit. We gave them a free 45 days. All right. Holy shit, this guy got out at the peak, $6, 900 pounds. That's real money. That's more than dollars. 900 pounds. Okay. Hang on a second. Let's go to what are we talking about today? We are talking about ADN. So ADN, we're looking at the 5-minute chart. It's forming a base. I'm going to show you the base. Let's flip the camera around. We're forming a base. It's probably going to go. I have a feeling. What are we? 1 o'clock. I have a feeling it's gonna start running towards the close. We're going to kind of go sideways a little bit. You got to watch this red line. That's a 200 moving average. We got to go above 430 for the moon signal. Okay, you got to go above 430. Let's look at the 2-minute charts. That's the degenerate day trader chart. This is kind of this doesn't mean that much because you get a lot of fake outs. You got too much noise on 2-minute, but it gives you kind of an idea. So we're building a base. I do want to get above the 200 here, so we got to get into the 4s, which will probably be, I would say, in the next half hour. I would say next half hour is when this happens. Maybe it could be later. It could be later. Could be later. Okay, let's catch up with our other banger stocks. Let's take a look at Seattle. People are talking about Seattle. What is going on? Listen, we're waiting for the merger with Seattle. I don't want to sound like a broken record. We're waiting for the merger until we get the approval from NASDAQ. We're waiting for approval from NASDAQ, as I should say. That's what we're waiting for. That could happen like literally any day. Again, you know. And the chart is basically like, you know, here's the chart. To be honest, the chart is not looking great. Not great. This is the 200 moving average. We got stopped at the 200 moving average. That's why it's so powerful. If it would have broken out, we could have gone straight ahead. Now it got stopped out and dropping. So we got support. We have support right here in this kind of $3 range. But you got to wait till we're above moving averages. Essentially, that's what this is telling you. Okay, we got to get above moving averages. This is we got basically a sell signal on the 15-minute charts. We need to get above the we need to get basically above 350 to get back in bull mode. It's going to basically drift. Seattle is essentially not doing anything until they get a NASDAQ approval, which could be, I don't know, any day. Who knows? Okay. How about HOF? Let's take a look at HOF. HOF started to move last week or this week. Actually, it's starting to move now. HOF is shaping up. Canadian penny stock hunter. By the way, this Canadian penny stock hunter guy, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy knew about ADN. He kind of figured out ADN before anybody else. I don't know if he bought it, but he did mention. I had to delete his comment. He kind of figured out ADN, and I admit he posted on StockTwits that ADN was actually. He said it's either ADN or some other stock, and I had to delete his comment because I don't want people figuring it out. So, but he did get it right. And he is also talking about HOF. And let me tell you something. If the Canadian penny stock hunter is talking about HOF, you should pay attention. Because this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy's no dummy. If he can figure out ADN, he can figure out HOF. We get this. Okay, we launched HOF over here. Have you noticed all our stocks are bangers? They all look the same, except sometimes they go higher. Anyway, we've been going sideways for the last June, July, 2 months. Okay, by the way, the bigger the pennant, I always say the bigger the pennant, the bigger the breakout. This is your 1 hour chart. That's your 1 hour chart. Let's look at the daily. That's your daily chart. We've been forming this pennant. When we break out, I expect we go here. We go to, $4 and then maybe even higher, much higher. It could be $10, but very bullish. HOF is in bull mode. Now, when will HOF start running? It could be like literally. It could be literally any minute. We got to break above the 200 moving average, which would be right over $1.35. Look, $1.35. We bust $1.50. If we get above $1.50, the stock could go to the moon. The stock could go to the moon. We break out of $1.50, we go to the moon. ADTX. I think ADTX could start running very soon here. ADTX is next. Now, I haven't talked about ADTX all week. I've been kind of waiting for it to kind of, figure out the direction. ADTX was trying to break out. It hasn't broken out. And we're waiting for a signal. It could be next week. ADTX, keep your eye on ADTX. We may have a major buy signal in ADTX next week. We may have a buy signal. I'm looking at the charts. It's not there yet. Next week could be the big news next week. Anyway, how about LITM? LITM also kind of going sideways. Look, I'm focusing today on the stocks which are moving, which is ADN, the ones that are in play. Stocks in play. ADN on the move now. We might have just bottomed out. Okay, Here we go. 395. We're building the base. It's starting to go. With the base. Here we go, guys. This is it. Okay, this is it. Hang on. This is it. Okay, here we go. Bounce off the 200 moving average support on the 2-minute chart. Hang on a second. Let me. I gotta notify the Telegram people. All right, penny stock billionaires. ADN. I think we bottomed. Look at the 2-minute chart. 395. We bounced off support. So this is very bullish. Next, we got to take out really 490. Whoa, 490. Is that the number? No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we're bouncing off of support. So this is going to run. It's going to start running. And if we break out of 449, that's the number on the 2-minute chart. We're gonna close big time. I think we can close at $6 again. So again, watch the breakout here. Watch the bounce. All right, see, this is what you get with our trading signals all day long. You get stuff like that. That's $195 a month to get money-making signals like that. You want to get those money-making signals? The money-making signals. Money-making signals. I was looking at the 3-minute chart actually. Look at that. Boom. How about the 5s? There we go. All right, guys, you're getting an early alert here. You're getting it free. Okay, so Jack Turner is saying Seattle has his money. Here's Jake Turner. Jake, here's the deal. Jake, this is why I tell you. If you read my book, 10-Bagger Blueprint, I always say, you got to diversify. In other words, if you're going to go with what we're doing, right? If you want to make 10 times your money, you want to do the 10-Bagger Blueprint, you want to do the 10-Bagger Blueprint approach, you got to have money set aside so you can go into, let's call it 5 deals at any given time. So let's say you have $5 grand. We launch a new stock, you put $1,000 into it. You don't put all your money into it. You put $1,000 because it may not work out also. It may be a dud. You never know. But then if it does, you also have money to put in the next 3 deals. You always want to have enough cash on hand to be able to put into 3 to 5 deals, because we're going to have on average probably 5 of these things up in the air at any given time. We're juggling about 5 of these in the air at any given time. You don't want to miss out, because a lot of times the real big ones, the big wins, can happen anytime. That's where you got to have money. You got to have cash. Ready cash. So I have a chapter in the book on. I have a chapter in my book on money management. Very important. Money management is critical. When I say diversification, it means you just want to have enough so that you can be in 5 positions at any given time without stuff. And by the way, it's very possible to have dogs. And sometimes in the past, we've had dogs, sometimes 3 in a row, 3 dogs in a row. That's because we're dealing with these Canadian scam stocks that's a whole different story. So we're not dealing with those guys anymore. Anyway, but it's possible. You never know. These things go in streaks. We can have 5, 10 baggers in a row, and then we can have 5 dogs in a row. But it evens out. You're going to have essentially not everything is going to go to the moon on day one. Okay, guys, please click the hearts button so we get more eyeballs on the live stream. Guys, please click the hearts button so we get eyes on the stream. Okay. Wow. Okay. So here we go. ADN, what is going on? We're building the base. I thought we're going to rally. And it's hanging on. We're bounced off the support. That's the main thing we're looking for. Right. This is short term, by the way. So it's not. Listen, I wouldn't put too much faith into this, but basically this is your support line, 3-minute chart. So it just tells you this is what we're, and it's kind of what we're looking for, is support off this range so we can bounce and then go higher. That's your 30-minute chart. We filled the gap. So I'm looking for a close somewhere in this range. I think we could close. I would be happy if we closed around $5. If we can close $5, not $6. I don't want it to go to $6. I want it to go to $5, maybe even $4.80, $4.50. You know, I just want to leave some money. I leave some, you know, leave something for Monday. And we're getting, by the way, crazy volume. By the way, there's a lot of shorts in the stock now. There's a lot of short sellers in the stock today. 10 million shares of volume. We got 10 million shares of volume today. That's big. So we definitely have shorts. There's definitely shorts came in at $6. And I don't blame them. When you have a big run like that, you know, why not short the stock? Although it did look like, I mean, that's a risky trade because it looked like it could have gone much, much higher. And I think somebody bought a ton of stock. Hang on a second. What price did? Somebody bought like somebody bought 400,000 shares at $5. Okay, so somebody bought like 400,000 shares right around 480. That's big money. Okay, somebody bought $2 million of stock of ADN. That's a lot of money for a penny stock. Somebody bought $2 million right around $5. So you know, there's real money going into the stock right now. This is, you know, when you see that type of stuff, okay. Very bullish, very, very bullish. Okay, so so what's going on is, look, it's going to be boring for the next couple of minutes. I might cut this early because it's going to be building a base for probably an hour. ADN is going to probably build this base in this 395 range, and then it can go higher. We could probably. I have a feeling my bet, if I had to make a bet, I would say we close around 450, 460. I would be thrilled if we close in the 450s, 460s. That would be a very bullish setup for Monday. All right, guys, the new stock. Are you ready for the new stock? We're going to have a new banger coming up. I told you we're going to have it. Nobody believed it. Say, oh, no, yeah, there it is. Tuesday, we launched a new banger this week. Again, you know, this is not like this is not a machine. This is not a factory where we know exactly where something is going to go or when we're going to have a new. You know, these things are all. You know, it is what it is, right? So, new stock. We should have a new stock. I would say realistically, either late next week, maybe next Wednesday, or the following Tuesday. We should have something in the next within the next 2 weeks. Another banger. And if you guys want to get in early on the next banger, click the link in the bio to get onto our early alerts program. WHOP, WHOP is the program, so you can get in early. You'll know exactly, you know, when we launch that new stock, so you can make money with these banger stocks. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. What's going on? What's going on here? Okay. Let's see. Mark. Yes, Mark. Yeah, Mark. I don't know why you keep saying this. Yes, the new stock is always in the early alerts. Always. Okay. You know, I don't know, on Tuesday, okay, we had the new stock on Tuesday. You know, in the morning, I said, okay, go to Instagram. Go to Instagram. That's where we're going to be announcing it. 421 Mikasa. I only have $100. Hoth or ADTX. Wow, it's difficult to say. I can't give you advice. I can't give you advice on that. Yeah, I really can't. And by the way, they're both very different because Hoth is just ready to break out, whereas ADN is already moving. We're already seeing what's going on. No, Mark, yes. I mean, that's the whole idea. It's on early alerts. Just ask everybody here. Ask, I mean, Tomei, ask everybody. Yeah, if you're a member of the early alerts on the Telegram channel, Penny Stock, in other words, if your Telegram channel says Penny Stock Billionaire Gang, top of the channel, that's our channel. And that's what we have. Yeah, we gave the early alerts. I don't know. Of course. I mean, it was there like 5 minutes. I mean, again, the idea is we give you basically a 5-minute window, but we tell you hours in advance it's going to be, you know, it's ready to go. I'm not sure if I understand. Okay, but yeah, everybody knows. Basically you got a 5-minute window, and the reason that I can't make it an hour or 2 hours is because you know, the stock already starts moving. You know, so okay, ADN. Yeah, exactly. Salman, yes, ADN is crazy stock. No, the other stocks aren't dead. They're just hanging out. They're just hanging out. Okay, so no, Mark, I think okay. No, the basically yeah, if you're in our early alerts, if you have the Telegram channel, in other words, you're paying the $195, you're getting the Telegram, you have the WAP, especially go in the WAP chat. The WAP chat, basically everybody's, you know, is in there all day long. So yeah, everybody gets the stock right there, right, you know, 5 minutes early. I mean, that's as early as we could do it. As early as we could do it. ADN, it's 7% up. I'm not complaining. I'm making that. Okay, so Mark is making. I don't know what. Mark, I don't know. I don't know what. Mark, I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Okay, I have no idea. Okay, as long as you're making money, that's what matters. ADN going to drop after hours? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, actually, you never know because the after hours is just random. It's totally random. After hours is completely random. Okay, we're building a base. ADN. It's gonna be like watching paint dry for the next hour. So yeah, I think we're gonna end early. But yeah, look, we got nice action here on the stock today. Let's look at the daily chart. We're above the 200 moving average. And I think, look, we're just getting started. We're just getting started here. I would like to see, I think it would be very good to see the stock close above 450 just for technical reasons. For technical reasons. It's going to make it much easier next week. It's going to make it much easier next week, basically. All right. So basically, it's going to hang out now. Gambino buying when it hits 350. Is ADN going to hit 350? 350. Where does it get that number from? There is a lot of support in that range. You never know. It may happen. I have no idea. You never know. It could go. You know, could go sideways for a couple of days before it goes. Gambino got out at 574. Wow. I think this guy has traded our stocks a bunch of times. This guy's like a degenerate day trader. He got out 574 bond. Okay, so you definitely listen, Gambino. You definitely want to get our early alerts. So you want to get in early, and you want to get the trading signals. Although you probably based on your kind of thing, I think you kind of get it. I think you understand the stuff, but I think you'd have a little extra edge, basically. It's in other words, if you're getting the stuff that we're looking at, all that stuff, you can kind of see. And also, we tell you The other thing is we tell you when we start promo campaigns and stuff like that. So when there's going to be eyes on the stock, we do email blasts, all that stuff. We let you know that's happening so that you know that there's going to be, volume coming in. That's the advantage. It's a little edge. It gives you a little edge, and they all add up. If you can get any edge, it's worth it. I mean, there is thank you again. There is what do you call it? Look, hedge funds pay millions of dollars. I mean, small ones pay millions of dollars just to get a little informational advantage, a little bit of an informational advantage. And you're getting, for basically the $195 a month, you're getting the trading signals, so you see what we're doing throughout the day, and just one of those things could, more than make it up 10x for the thing. And of course, the early alerts, that's the big deal, the early alerts. ADTX news. We're waiting. I have nothing on ADTX right now. We're waiting for signals. It's neutral. We're neutral. We're stuck in neutral, no man's land. So we're talking about stocks that are movers, baby. I don't know. What is Gambino doing? Is Gambino waiting for this thing to drop to 350? Is that what he's doing? Can it go to 350? I don't know. We're gonna know in the next probably hour. Either it stays up here, or touches support at there is support at 350. That's what he's talking about. So it could go either way. But bottom line is, I think we go higher next week. This thing wants to go higher. Today was the signal. Today was basically a hint. That was the hint that this thing is ready to go to the moon. All right, so what do I expect from ADN next week? Well, first of all, I'm expecting some news. I think we're going to have some news next week. That's number one. Number one news. Number two, there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on the stock next week. Gambino likes Seattle. Yeah, listen, this guy knows what he's talking about. So I think Seattle will also. I'm bullish on Seattle. We're just waiting for the signal. We got to wait for it to go above moving averages. When the merger happens next week, I don't know. It's hanging out. It's not going down. Seattle's basically kind of like in that no man's land. We're waiting for the NASDAQ approval. Oh shit. ADN 397. Is this the run? Are we starting? Is it starting? Is it happening? Is it happening? Am I getting? Did I get a little bit too excited for nothing? Okay, we're getting a little bit of action here. We're getting some action here. It needs to basically go above $4. We got to get above that $4 level. If this thing goes above $4, then it's going to start running again, and we can have a major close again. I bet what's going to happen is as soon as I leave right here, this thing is going to go crazy. So as soon as I end the stream, it's going to go absolutely bananas. Okay, guys, yeah, please click the share. The share the stream or whatever, share the live stream, and click the hearts button, upvote button, so we get more eyes on the stock, and maybe we'll get a wave of buying coming in. Oh, here we go, $3.99. It's starting. If we go above $4, that's the signal. We go into the 405 range right now, and yeah, we got a breakout on the 1 minute. Yeah, we got a breakout on the 1 minute chart, which is it's two. It doesn't matter, but yeah, it's starting to go. It is starting to go. We got to get above 405 short term. That's the next couple minutes. 405 is a here we go. Get the book, link in the bio above on TikTok. It's on Amazon, 10-bagger blueprint. And also, look, we're going to have the course, the video course, starting next week in our WAP channel. And then after that's done, we're going to make it more public. But next week is going to be like a lot. We're going to be doing it live. It's going to be the kind of the beta version. Should be pretty exciting. Okay. So what is going on with ADN? 3-minute chart. All right. The book is in English. I think somebody copied my book. Actually, somebody copied my book in India. I mean, this is how crazy it is. Somebody made like a knockoff in India, and it's like some crazy. It's pretty crazy. Yes, we're still under contract with Hoth. Yeah. So the ones we are with, Hoth, you're asking a good question, by the way. Hoth, Aditex, ADN, LITM. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Wow, found when I looked up stock forecast and started making money. Where did you see that? You typed in stock forecast on Ciata and what did you find? You found which one? You found the Wall Street Reporter channel or this? Where did you find that? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. All right, guys. This thing might just explode right after we end the stream. But yeah, keep an eye on ADN today because once we go above 405, we're gonna have a big run into the close. That's a trigger. 405 is an algo trigger, and we may even go to $5 today. But next week is the big week. So what you saw today in ADN is like the preview. It's the appetizer. It's not the main meal. Hang on, let me just address some people here. Okay, Rigo Beats made 60% on ADN, going all in on the next stock. That's right. We're gonna have a new banger probably the week after next. The week after next, we should have a new banger, a new stock, which could go to Pluto. And if you want to get that, new stock, click link in the bio or video description if you're watching on YouTube to get our early alerts program on WAP, WHOP. I think actually, you know what, guys? Hold on a second. Is anybody on WAP? Do we have any of you degenerates on WAP? Because a lot of these day trading coaches use WAP. We have actually an affiliate program. We haven't started. I think there's an affiliate program where basically if you on the affiliate program on WAP, you can tell other people about our thing, and you get a 30% commission ongoing. Basically, so it's like $60 a month you get. So if you get like 50 people, okay, if you basically post our link everywhere and you get 50 people, you're going to be making $3,000 a month for free, basically forever. That's pretty good. I mean, that's a good deal. So WAP, WHOP, check it out. Penny Stock Billionaire Gang on WAP. Penny Stock Billionaire Gang. Check it out. Let's see. Oh, somebody's asking about lottery. Lottery, we're not working with lottery since July 1. July 1. I have no idea what they're doing. You gotta go with the new bangers. You gotta go with the stocks we are working with. Bushra Khan is saying, I bought at 520. Now I am scared. First of all, I mean, I don't know how many shares you bought. How many shares you bought at 520 that you should be scared. But rule number one, and this is what I learned. This is from Jesse Livermore, the famous stock speculator, and he said, if you're worried, if you can't sleep at night because you're holding a stock, you're nervous, you can't sleep at night, sell enough shares so that you're not nervous. You got to sell it down to a level where you're comfortable, and you should never buy so much. Never put on a position that makes you nervous. Or like where you're really. I mean, listen, you're always going to be a little bit nervous with any of these stocks. That's the price you pay to make 10 times your money. Look, on this channel, we're looking for stocks which go up 1,000% or more. 10 baggers, stocks that go up literally 100x. People making 20 times the money, 50 times the money, 100 times their money in 6 months. Okay, that's big money. Okay, so if you want to make that money, it's not free. You're going to pay a price, and the price you pay for making that big money is you're going to be nervous. You're going to be nervous. Sometimes you might want to throw up, but you're going to be so nervous. So don't put on big positions. Somebody's asking about Intel. Ooh, Intel. I actually have Intel. Honestly, I'm a bag holder in Intel. I'm a bag holder in Intel because I kind of bought it as a long-term thing, and I am waiting. Actually, it's bullish. We got a breakout on Intel in the daily charts. I think it's been beaten down enough. Let's look at the weekly charts. Hang on a second. The weekly charts, Intel. It's a long-term play. It's a long-term value play. It's bullish. Intel needs to break out above $33 though. That's the moving average on the weekly charts. I mean, Intel was one of the great American companies. Actually, Intel. Oof. Intel, wow, crazy. It's amazing. This was one of the great companies, and it was overtaken by, agreed. Yeah, the guy knows what he's doing. No joke. Guy knows what he's doing. By the way, I'm showing the chart of ADN, the long-term chart. What I like, I said this before, what I love about the stock is I like stocks that had major highs before, like stocks that were like $100 and now they're $1. Okay. I like that stuff. Why? Because a lot of times they go back to the old highs. Okay, anyway, look, guys, to wrap up, Michael Mahendra. Oh yeah, ADN, Michael Mahendra, penny stocks bill. Michael, are you in our early alerts? Are you on the WAP channel? Are you getting the early alerts for to get the new bangers? Seattle. Let's take a look at Seattle. Michael Mahendra, one of our old timers, OGs. Michael Mahendra has been on our channel for like almost 5 years. He has seen our stocks that literally went up 50x. Now, I don't know if he made 50x. I think he only made 20x. I think he only made 2,000%, but that stock did go up 5,000%. I think he made like 10x on a couple of others. Seattle's hanging out. Seattle's actually at support right now. We're looking at this chart. Seattle is at the support levels on the 1 hour chart. And like everybody's given up on it. So maybe this is the bottom again. Basically, this is like Seattle right now is a stock that is just a trading range stock. Like you basically just want to trade it. It's just a trading vehicle. That's really what it is. It's like Gambino's probably just day trading it, like, swing trading it. Until they get the merger approval from NASDAQ, it's just a trading vehicle. Craig, why is NASDAQ taking its time? They always take their time. It's the more complicated the deal is, the longer it takes, because they only gave them the stuff a month ago, right? Which is, you think, oh my God, a month. No, sometimes these things can take a few months. They could take a few months. So, and nobody's patient. So, and it's fine. The stock is just gonna drift until the thing happens, and then it's gonna go to the moon on as soon as they approve. You asked about lottery. We're not working with lottery. I have no idea. We have no comments on lottery. Probably going lower. I think lottery is kind of, I think the lottery is kind of cooked. I think lottery's cooked for now. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. SYTA. That's the stock, Richard. SYATA. SYTA. Craig is in at $1.73 average on SYATA. That's pretty good. Shit, that's pretty good. $1. Oh, this guy bought it. So Craig bought it right when we launched it. I always say it's good to sell some shares. It's good to, to take some money off the table when a stock like triples or whatever. Like, that way you're not nervous. So, like, for example, with ADN, if you were in ADN on, on day one, it would have been good to take some money off the table at like $6. So that way you let the rest ride. Let's say you bought, I don't know, $1,000 worth of ADN. Today it's worth $3,000. Maybe you sell 1,000, pull your principal out, and let them play with the market's money. Oh, he sold at 3. Yeah, good. Yeah, you always got to look at, guys. I always say take some money off the table so that way you're not nervous. When these things are running, you want to pull money off the table. You want to pull money off the table. Your principal, at least pull your principal out. In other words, if you got $1,000 in a stock, now it's worth 10 grand. Pull out at least 2 grand. At least double your money. You know what I mean? At least double your money. All right. So what is going on? I think that's it. All right, guys. Wrapping up. Click the links in the bio to get our free newsletter. Get the free newsletter. Free newsletter. Link is in the bio on TikTok or above. TikTok is above. YouTube is the video description. All our links are in there. And if you want to get our early alerts for our next stock, links are in the bio. And if you want to get the book, it's on Amazon. #1 bestseller on Amazon. Everything is in the links. All the resources are there. We got plenty of free videos, all sorts of good stuff for you guys. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great weekend. If we don't see you before then, and here's to your 100x. All right. Okay. YouTube, I'll see you next week.